Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this session on construction chemicals as well as emerging technologies. Today, we'll be talking a little bit about enabling faster construction with modern construction chemicals. To tell you more about that, I'm here. I'm Sunny Surlakar. I'm a civil engineer and a concrete technologist by profession. I've been working a lot in the field of construction chemicals and just want to give you a window into who we are, what we do, and the kind of wonderful solutions that we can do to enable faster construction. So the agenda that we're going to be following today is we'll just briefly introduce our industry to you, talk to you a little bit about why we are relevant and what needs to be done, a little bit about the conditions that are today and what special kind of needs come out of the construction industry, and then pretty much what solutions, or that will be the bulk of what we talk about, is what solutions we can provide. And last but not least, we will conclude the session. So, to give you an introduction to our industry, we are actually a very uniquely placed industry whereby we are a wing of specialty chemicals. So, we basically take the knowledge from the chemical industry
Of the project
and we
towards
know
its
how to apply
completion.
it to the construction industry. That
This
means what
ability keeps
chemicals
coming
are
down
compatible
as
with,
one go towards
say, for example, the
completion.
traditional construction
The
materials
maximum
like be
potential
it
for
stone, be it
controlling the
aggregates,
cost
be it sand,
is there in the beginning
cement, and so
and
on.
starts
So,
diminishing
we work a lot
over
on the
time.
compatibility and we
So there
find
is
the right
all the more
solutions to make
incentive for us
construction much
to
better.
take all the
What we're looking
precautions
to do is
right in the
basically
beginning
improve the
to
durability and
be
the
able to
sustainability
control
of
the
structures.
time and cost
Among
for
our
the concerned
expertise
project.
is three basic, or rather, we
If you
can
look at the
split our
various
industry into three
factors
basic
which govern a
expertise
particular
lines.
project,
The first one is
the
concrete
functionality, of
enhancement.
course, is
That
the most
means
important
we
one.
generate
Then the
materials
bidding
and we
process,
generate solutions
the
on
design
how to make
engineering,
concrete better
the
in every
actual
possible
construction
way,
method,
how to
the
improve its
materials to be
durability,
used,
how to improve its
the
strength,
plant and machinery to be
how to
used,
improve its
and
flow,
finally the
whether we
project
can make
management
self-compacting
to
concrete.
put together
Welcome,
the
ladies and
project
gentlemen,
with all
to this
these
session
ingredients.
on construction chemicals as well as
We
emerging
need to have an
technologies.
approach towards
Today, we'll
integrating all
be
these
talking a
factors
little bit about
with
enabling
the
faster
accent on
construction
the
with
life
modern
cycle
construction
approach,
chemicals. To
and
tell
then
you more
having
about that,
overall
welcome, ladies and
innovativeness
gentlemen,
to get the
to this
maximum possible
session on
efficiency.
construction chemicals as well as emerging
If you look at the
technologies.
various
Today,
ingredients
we'll be
for
talking a little
successful
bit about
projects,
enabling
typically,
faster construction with
starting
modern
from the
construction
upfront
chemicals.
clearances
To tell you more
and
about
using
that,
the
I'm
right
here.
kind of design and
I'm Sunny
construction method
Surlakar. I'm a
which are
civil
properly
engineer and a
integrated,
concrete
along with the
technologist
right
by
kind of
profession.
materials,
I've been working a
having
lot in the
adequate
field of construction
resources,
chemicals, and
and
just
getting
ladies and
ensured
gentlemen,
the
know
funds
into
availability
who we are, what we
at all
do,
the
and we
times,
also have solutions for
having a
that,
good project management
which
approach
come
with
through
process
with concrete
management,
repair systems. So
and
the
above
agenda
all, a
that
good
we're going to
project
be following
manager
today is
to put
we'll just
together all
briefly
these
introduce
ingredients
our
and
industry to you
realize the
and
project
talk a little bit
successfully.
systems of why we are relevant. So
In this
finally, to
process, we
protection
need to
system, a
realize
little bit about the
that
conditions
design
that
and
help today and
construction method have to be
what special
kept
kind of
hand in
needs come
hand
out of the
if
construction
one wants
industry,
to realize
and then
good
pretty much
efficiency.
what solutions, or that
For
will be the
example, for
bulk
the
of what we
metro
talk about, is
projects,
what solutions we can
superstructure
provide.
being
And
done in
last but
many
not
cities
least, we will
today, the
conclude
precast
the session.
segmental construction
So, to give
method
you an
is
introduction
very
to our
appropriate
industry,
in
we
that
are
it
actually a
has the
very
least
uniquely placed
disturbance to the
industry whereby we are
traffic, which is
a wing of specialty chemicals. So, we basically take the knowledge from the chemical industry and we know how to apply it to the construction industry. That means what chemicals are compatible with, say, for example, the traditional construction materials like be it stone, be it aggregates, be it sand, cement, and so on. So, we work a lot on the compatibility and we find the right solutions to make construction much better. What we're looking to do is basically improve the durability and the sustainability of structures. Among our expertise is three basic, or rather, we can split our industry into three basic expertise lines. The first one is concrete enhancement. That means we generate materials and we generate solutions on how to make concrete better in every possible way, how to improve its durability, how to improve its strength, how to improve its flow, whether we can make self-compacting concrete or we can make self-curing concrete, underwater concrete, waterproof concrete, and you name it. Like any kind of special properties that we need to impart to concrete can only be done by proper construction chemicals. Now, in case your concrete is not made or placed or cured in a proper way, it will show deterioration. And we also have solutions for that, which come through with concrete repair systems. So we can pretty much restore concrete back to its original condition or structures back to its original condition from whatever it is. And last but not least, once both these things are done, concrete enhancement and repair, we have solutions that will protect your structure or your investment in the long run. So this can prevent things like abrasion, the weather, pollution, and those kind of things, and just enhances basically the life of your structure. A little bit on how our industry is very, very relevant to the construction industry. We have been actually helping the construction industry since, I would say, from the time we started in somewhere about 30s, mid 30s, to almost when we came into our own around the mid 60s and the early 70s. From that point on, we have always helped the durability of construction. That means we know how to improve the properties of the materials used and how to make it better. And that, of course, has led to much longer lasting structures in general. Because of the high durability, automatically the structures become much more sustainable because we invest a lot less resources into maintaining and repairing them in the long run. Of course, a lot of the solutions that we manufacture also provide speed to construction, as well as it makes using a lot of the construction materials very easy, like say fast plastering, waterproofing, easy placing of concrete, pumpable concrete, for example. So we have pretty much redefined ease of use in the construction chemical industry. And of course, a lot of things go right simply because we can provide the solutions for construction. So construction can become much more efficient, much more economical. Of course, it becomes stronger and more durable with better mechanical and durability properties. It looks better for a long time. The safety is improved, of course, because the structures themselves last much longer. And then we can also work in different areas, such as providing energy conservation, increasing the lifespan of the buildings, and so on. So in short, our industry is one that adds value to any sort of construction. So we are the quintessential masalas in the recipe of good quality construction. That is how we can put it forward. So the situation as it stands today, like what does construction really need? If we talk about construction in India, it's a mature industry. It's big. It provides employment to a lot of people. It's a major part of our GDP. It's a growing industry. It has been, I mean, for a very, very long period of time, but it is still very, very dependent on labor. So skilled labor, of course, remains a problem in the industry, but of course, we are also working a lot in scaling and trying to improve that. And also, what we see is that there has been very limited ingress of automation into the industry. So that also leads at times to roadblocks, especially when larger projects are concerned. So what we need to do is we need to make it faster and less crowded. And also now, in times of the coronavirus, where distancing becomes very, very important, the materials or the way we construct needs to be much more faster in general. It needs to be distance. That means there has to be distance between the two people working. So that would mean using a bit more mechanization. Your construction needs to become much more efficient. You need skilled people to do that. That doesn't mean that a lot of labor would lose jobs, but rather we have to upgrade their skills, and then it would create much more efficient industry whereby which we would construct more, and with that we would again employ more. Lastly, but not least, like in all the solutions that we are going to be covering, one thing I will not add again and again is that it makes all the construction chemical solutions definitely work towards increasing the durability and sustainability of the structures. So we have to build better and we have to build faster, and construction chemicals can help us do that. So to give you an idea, like a sneak peek on the solutions themselves, it goes everywhere from basic things like concrete and mortar additives to finishing aids. Finishing aids is something that help place concrete better. We look at waterproofing systems. There is flooring, then concrete repair and protection systems. There's tile fixing. There is like thing all architectural products are there. There are industrial products. They are just products for different segments in the industry. For heritage structures, for example, we do a lot of things in along that line. And then today, the modern or the emerging technologies in terms of resin-based systems, which are used for injection, for stopping water, and for soil and slope stabilization. So concrete and mortar additives, if we start off, it's like one of the biggest segments in the CC industry, and it really has shaped the way, or rather shaped the definition by which the construction chemicals go. So we have enabled things like self-compacting concrete, again, which concrete doesn't need a lot of working and a lot of labor to place it. Internally curing concrete, for example, to improve durability. Integral waterproof concrete. So lot of different ideas have come through. Like even improving properties of mortars and plasters, for example. Like these kind of plasters can be very, very easily applied by a very, very small crew. They can be sprayed. And for example, if you're using integral waterproofing additives, then you don't need to cure your membrane. So it really adds a lot of value and of course improves the speed and ease of use of a lot of the materials. So among concreting and finishing aids, there are things like curing compounds, of course, which saves labor because it's a one-time application. The durability of structures, of course, is maintained, but it saves a lot of water that you might actually waste in curing. So it brings a lot of eco-friendliness to it. Then there are also other solutions such as plasters, for example, like you can see in the middle video just on. These are plasters that simply come out of a bag. You just mix it with water, place it into a pump, and you can simply spray apply it. Of course, you can do hand applied versions as well. Both are possible, but what this does is it really eases the use of the material and requires much lesser manpower and can be done much faster. The same goes for waterproof coatings. For example, you can do coatings that are spray applied, like in the leftmost video. In case you already have existing waterproofing problems, in that case, also there are today special solutions available by which you can stop this water ingresses very fast. So these are called modern injection systems. We'll talk a little bit about it later. I'll give you another few examples. And say also in protection of large long-term infra, a lot of the systems are very easily mechanizable. For example, here you can see like a team of about 4 people. These guys are doing a bridge deck or are waterproofing a bridge deck, and they can pretty much, this team of four can finish almost close to about 2 to 3,000 square meters a day, which is tremendous output because of the mechanization and the type of materials used. The same goes for modern tile fixing materials. So these improve the pace of working as opposed to the old systems. They optimize manpower, so you don't need very large teams. The material comes in a bag. Simply mix it with water, and it's very fast to apply, easy to use. The sealers, of course, are again directly they come out for bucket. You simply roller them onto your marble or onto your substrate that you need to seal and protect. And the same goes for again grouts, which can be used for quick installation of machinery or quick installation of anchors or a lot of different things. So construction chemicals really makes a lot of these kind of systems possible. Then we can talk a little bit about concrete repair and flooring. So in this case, it has enabled concrete repair by completing repair in less steps. For example, if you see this last video, so you can now do concrete and save much more time because things like corrosion inhibition and bond coat is now combined into one material. For example, so you simply take this material that comes in a bag, mix it with water, you apply it in a first coat, it behaves as corrosion protection. Do it in a second coat, it functions like a bond coat. After that, you can easily finish it with a spray or a polymer concrete, which are very easy to work with. So you don't need to invest much time and effort in doing it. Again, liquid floor hardeners and concrete polishing are there, or we also have got resin-based flooring systems which can be applied manually or mechanically, and they really help to improve the performance of the floors in general. Concrete protection systems, of course, are applicable to a lot of different structures, be it heritage, be it industrial, be it residential, buildings, commercial, you name it. And a lot of these systems can be easily machine applied. They're very durable, last for over 10 to 15 years, and need minimal coating and minimal intervention. That means minimum maintenance. What that means is again that your construction can go through much faster. You are spending much less, so overall your structures are much more sustainable. We also do there are a lot of modern systems available for heritage repair. For example, if you see dampness in your old structures or in masonry structures, then there are very simple chemical damp-proof courses available for those. Even if you want to repair structures, then we can use a simple cementary system. Like this is basically mortar that comes out of a bag. You simply mix it with water, and it gives you the exact same properties and behavior like a lime surkey mortar. Something that is very old, very historic, and this particular mortar is meant to mimic that. The only difference being it uses the same lime, it uses a similar material like surkey, but it is fortified with other material. So basically, you can spray this material, finish it properly, process it much more easier as opposed to the traditional materials. The same go for resin injection systems. So you can see that with that you can stop water. Like for example, on your left here, the first video, you can see water gushing in at almost 200, 300 liters per minute. And using this resin systems, you can stop it almost instantly. And all this is done using the small kind of machinery that you see in the last photo out here. So smaller machinery means lesser manpower. The solutions last pretty much forever, needs minimal manual intervention, and can also really take care of difficult problems. For example, in case of tunneling, where your tunnel is collapsing all the time. So you can use this injection resin system to kind of stabilize your entire tunnel, to facilitate the working to go much faster and to have less problems in it, and